My name is Gabe Lugo, and I am FEMA. The first disaster memory that I have is Hurricane Andrew in August of 1992. My dad was stationed at Homestead Air Force Base in Florida, and we lived just off base. So when the storm made landfall as a Category 5, unfortunately my family had not evacuated and we were still in the house. And the very first memory that I have as a child is coming out of that closet after the storm and seeing that the roof had peeled off of the house, the windows were smashed, the room was pretty much flooded, my toys were scattered all over the place. And that memory stuck with me the rest of my life. My parents joked and they called me emergency boy because I had a NOAA weather radio in my bedroom. And anytime there was a weather warning or anything like that, I would always grab a flashlight, get my parents down to the basement. And that continued on, right? I looked for every opportunity I could find to get people ready for disasters and emergencies. So I was a Boy Scout, worked as a safety patrol when I was in school. And ultimately, when I graduated high school, I decided to go to college and study emergency preparedness, knowing that I would eventually want to go and work for FEMA. So in January 2020, during the Puerto Rico earthquakes, it was earthquake after earthquake after earthquake. And Puerto Rico's an island. I'm Puerto Rican myself, so I've spent a lot of time there. The people have been through a lot. And those earthquakes left a lot of isolated communities where people needed help, but they didn't really have a good way to communicate with the outside world. And through that social listening process, we were able to identify those isolated spots where folks needed medical resources, they needed doctors, they needed a place to sleep, they needed water and food. And we were able to work with our federal partners to make sure that those resources got to those isolated communities when they needed the help most. So as a public affairs specialist at FEMA, I'm that first point of contact for disaster survivors and regular folks who are looking to find out how they can best get the help that we provide. We're really listening to their needs and listening to the various different ways that we can help them, and then connecting them to the resources that we have available. I'm Gabe Lugo. I'm a public affairs specialist, and I am FEMA.